Okay, let's get going. So, happy Memorial Day. I know I'm sort of kind of taking the day off. Just trying to get all kinds of things done because tomorrow it's right back into clinic. But yeah, Memorial Day is it's an interesting one. Like I'm not a veteran myself. I've never served in the military, and yet I have a deep appreciation for what all of the young men and women have done before us to afford me the kind of the luxury of being able to like live the life that I live. And so especially these days it's interesting how that's kind of in our face again in terms of just appreciating like what it takes to do, sort of to have the society that functions. So here's Winston Churchill: never was so much owed by so many to so few. And of course he's talking about, World War II, and I think specifically the British fighter pilots that just impossible odds. And anyway, so it's really, I think today is one of those days to like, hit the pause button and take a moment just to remember. And no matter how I think we feel about war and violence and military and all that kind of stuff, there's no doubt that we are absolutely, every one of us is a beneficiary of these humans that have since passed or been killed in these wars. And then I think today's the idea, for me at least, is this idea of remembering and honoring, and sort of taking a moment just to reflect on what are the things in my life, be they people, be they experiences, be they relationships that have passed, and just hit the pause button and take it in for a moment and realize like life just kind of keeps moving forward, but we don't necessarily want to forget, or we don't want to not remember all of the things that have gotten us to where we are and have shaped us. So that's my preamble to today's session. So let's try it out. So close your eyes. Find a posture that is alert, upright, but not straining. This is not about trying really hard to relax. It's about allowing ourselves, or just letting the body do its thing. And oftentimes it involves just getting out of the way of things that our body, even the mind, knows how to do, and just letting it happen. So noticing, as with your eyes closed, noticing any lights, any shapes, sort of flickerings behind the eyelids. Just because the eyes are closed doesn't mean we stop seeing. So just noticing that. Noticing sounds around us. And I think sounds is a good one to help us remember how, sounds just appear. Like we don't control sound. We don't choose what we hear. Things happen. Ears hear them, and we register it as, oh, there is sound. So I can hear kids playing. I can hear cars driving by. And the same thing, of course, applies to our emotions. They just pop up. We feel them, we experience them, and then they get replaced by the next ones. Same thing with thoughts or ideas. They just kind of pop up. They hang out for a while, and then who knows where they go. And so on this Memorial Day, maybe let's start with some people that have come into our lives and have since departed. And just taking a moment to reflect, remember. in my experience, most people are kind of complicated, right? So even relationships that we've had, it's not a binary thing. Oh, that was good, that was bad. It's just like, oh yeah, there's this memory of this person. Maybe they were involved in the military, maybe they weren't, but just remembering like, oh yeah, there's this living, breathing human being, and just giving some space to remembering them, sort of warts and all. Appreciating having had the experience of knowing them. My guess is for many of you, it might be parents or siblings or friends. And we can also honor the passing of relationships. And so, to, you know, past lovers, girlfriends, boyfriends, peoples that have come and gone in our lives, husbands, wives, and just pausing briefly to remember, to honor, no matter how that played itself out, it is a part of your life and your memory, and it has shaped you to be who you are right now. And I think we can do the same with experiences too. Like there's something neat about being I'm almost 56 this year, and there's something about being able to kind of look over my shoulder and say, "Oh gosh, yeah, I remember doing that." I have zero desire to go back there and do it again or re-experience that. And yet there's something about the remembrance and honoring that, like, yeah, I needed to go through that. That was really hard. Or yeah, it was challenging. So making some space to maybe remember some experiences that you can kind of nod your head with a smile and say, "Yep, that's how I got here." And then I think another thing worth honoring is the sense of this our younger self, right? There's something really peculiar about being a human being and having a memory and being able to sort of kind of remember what it was like when you were 4 years old or 11 years old, and just like it's this hodgepodge of images and feeling tones in the body and so on, and just taking a moment to appreciate the passing of that experience or that time of your life where you were that younger version of self. And without that little guy or that little girl going through what they went through, you wouldn't be here right now. So just, you know, just honoring and remembering. And of course, we can do the same with our body. I definitely have more aches and pains. And I was thinking this morning, actually, I was having a conversation. I was remembering how, not that long ago, I was still able to, with a 60-pound pack and snowshoes, I could head out into the wilderness for days on end and spend 12 hours a day hiking, climbing, doing all that stuff. And those days are gone. And so there's just so just appreciating and remembering the body, what it once was able to do, and just honoring the passing of whatever it is that may not be there for you anymore. And all of this remembering and honoring, as of course done with love, with open-heartedness, softness, just an appreciation for this crazy magical thing that we call life and being human. And everything is transient, everything comes and goes, everything dies. And there's something really special about being able to just hit the pause button and appreciate the people, the experiences that have since passed. Take a deep breath in. Long, slow out breath through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, the chest, the belly. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in and out. Keep pushing air all the way out of the chest, the belly, the throat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, come on back. Um, that's all I got. Go hug your people and tell them you love them. It's not forever, so